substitution, but this is getting out of hand. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
So it's Boston now after the Bulls pick up 2. Here's Rozier. The dish to Olynyk. Pass to Mickey to the left side wing. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And it's Wade with the jam.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Here's Rozier after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Thomas goes in and a missed layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Shot's good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Rozier. Boston, no good that time either. Navarro, the pass to Butler. Off target with his 3. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Thomas, here we go. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Rondo is doubled. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Johnson, he's checked in for Boston. Watson comes in for Rozier. Here's Navarro. He's guarded by Johnson. And that is good. Clutch has got 43 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Pass to Thomas. Johnson against Wade. Johnson dishes to Thomas. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. 16 points for Isaiah Thomas.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Chicago timeout call.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And watching Amir Johnson Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense, lots of shots, and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. It's stolen by Watson. Knocked loose and stolen by Butler. And the pass to Navarro. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Clutch has got 45 points. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Boston with the ball. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Here's Smart. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Watson. To the wing on the left. And Smart with the basket on the assist by Watson. And that's 15 points for Marcus Smart.
Timeout call.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it with the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season. They got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
Here's Butler, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And watching C.J. Watson last year, he showed he could take his game up a notch. Beat his career average in terms of shooting percentages across the board. Career high in rebounding, second best assist average as well. Unfortunate how he got the opportunity to play, but great that he took advantage of it.
And he gets it to go.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
You're right, see, it was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jay. He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
And, you know, for Watson, you could really see him doing this for several more years, guys, finding ways to contribute as a backup or starter. Doesn't matter to him either way. He's a gamer, for sure.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Here is Watson after the Bulls pick up two. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Clutch has got 51.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Watson's shot is good.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Butler on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebound, Boston. Crowder with it. And the layup falls.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Passes it to Watson. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Rajon, what?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the